Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Lady D. This will be my video for the full moon reading in Gemini on the 27th, that's Monday, the 27th of November at 8:16 p.m. That is my time here in Sydney. So with this full moon, it is in Gemini, which is Gemini is one of my favorite signs. So it is about networking, learning, like evolving. I also feel like it's looking up in the correct partnerships that you need to be in. I also feel like it's about coming up to fulfillment or being fulfilled too. There is a sense of learning or perhaps learning something new and being very social. But we do have some oppositions. We do have Venus, which is having opposition to Chiron. So it could be giving a sense of some sort of healing to do with like love or money issues that are coming up. We've also got like a T square here. It's a square with Saturn. So we've got the Sun, the Moon, and Mars all squaring Saturn. We've got Venus going to be making a try to Saturn during this full moon. The try is the good thing. So any problems with money or relationships sort of a better work it's throughout, or it's going to be good things, or we work it out. But just be careful with anger and frustrations that are coming up here. It could be like a lot of emotional, stuck on emotional things here, and it could be like even like if little problems, little hiccups that come up in during like with your life that's coming up here as well. And it could be a sense of delusion. We still got that square with Neptune and Mercury, so it could be a sense of delusion that's coming up here too with this full moon. But I still get it's a sense of fulfillment that's coming up here too. Um, there's just a lot of it's not a positive full moon that I don't feel, so it's not a full moon to put out your crystals with this energy that we've got to Saturn that's coming up. I do feel like it's a lot of mutable energy as well, and that can be a sense. And I feel like with the energy that's there, it's like you're being like over flexible. That's coming up here. We've got Mars that's been coming into Sagittarius. So with that, I do feel like it's about being more social, wanting to be like more fun. That's coming up too with this Mars. It is about, I feel like it's also about like going through a particular journey, but Sagittarius is a fun sign, it's a social sign. So I feel like you're going to be more being active and wanting to be more social this time of year and wanting to have fun and sort of capture your youth or feeling having youthful energy that's coming up here with this Mars that's going into Sag. I want to say just try and keep everything together. Um, but just remain cautious with these squares to Saturn that we've got. I do feel like it's going to be like a pressure is building up, and it's like a bubble bursting, like some sort of like big pressure that's building up. I could see something like bursting here. So I do feel like there's something that's simmering up, and you're going to feel the pressure. And it's going to be some sort of release that happens with this full moon. I feel like it's a battle of wits. So it could be like some standoffs. It's coming up here. This thing about over flexibility, being very indecisive, not making decisions that's coming up, or not making the decision that you need to make in time. Um, People not being able to make up their mind because there's not so much mutable energy that's coming up here. Do you feel like it's going to be about time, looking for a time for new beginnings that's coming up? Um, I feel like, and I did was seeing like China, seeing about China like laughing and double cross. So I just feel like there's something going on with China, perhaps too. Um, I still say that the war that I see coming, I still say that's to do with China. I feel something bubbling from the surface, and it's going to be a time to sort of reflect and be like thankful for as well. Once we get over this full moon energy, I do feel like it's going to be a lot better as we go along during the week. When we get to Thursday, we get by the week to the 30th here. There's a little tries. I've got the moon that's going to try Saturn. We've got Mercury trying Jupiter here. And we've got Venus that's going to also try Saturn. The only square that we do have is the Mars still squaring Saturn. So I feel like with the tries that we have, it's quite positive. It's about room to move, and the flexibility, of course, will still be there because we're still dealing with a lot of mutable energy. But I feel like it's going to be where you will be able to make the right decision for yourself that's coming up, and it will be more of a benefit to you. You'll feel more relaxed. For the rest of the week, I've got here, it's best to let your hair down. I want to look your best. Allow flexibility. So if plans aren't working out, just be flexible and see how things working out. Allow healings to take place here. The busy season coming through, so you're going to start feeling more busier and with social events coming up. Follow your heart. And it's like follow your heart, start planting the seeds for dreams. I feel like start planting the seeds for things to go move ahead, and especially when we're coming into the new year. I forgot here, be careful of scams or people trying to scam you. Know your rights and responsibilities. Going to be very important for this week. Don't be stubborn. And I don't feel the energy is going to be too stubborn here. There's no, like, there's only two planets in the fixed signs. The rest are in cardinal mutable. And I've got for like smoothing things over. So things wanting to smooth things over and about being diplomatic. Because we've got so much of the mutable energy. All right, let's do some cards for what's coming up. The week ahead. I'm going to use these cards here. So we'll see here for what's coming up for this full moon energy in Gemini. Let's see. Let's have a look here. I do feel like it is time where people are trying to be very, very high spirited. People are trying to be like, well, pretend that things don't bother them, like pretend things they don't care about or don't bother them. But I feel like it's like little inklings that do bother them. So those things may come up to the surface where things that you feel like doesn't bother you, but you can't take it anymore. There could be a sense of really like being over flexible, like bending backwards for someone who doesn't appreciate it or who doesn't deserve it. I do feel like it is going to be a time of reflect, but there could be like something sinister, like so this card usually I feel like is quite good, but this time the wolf is really standing out at me, and the wolf's like the eyes, and I feel like it's quite a sinister. And it could be some sense of betrayal that's coming up here too. And it's like trying to vocalize, trying to make peace, trying to make harmony, but you're trying to make peace with a situation that probably isn't going to, it may not happen with this full moon. Um, I feel like people are like sort of wanting to be spiritual, but they're being, wanting to be spiritual. They're spiritual, and but people say they're spiritual, but not spiritual. So I feel like people pretending to be spiritual is going to come out too here. And I just feel like it's a thing of wanting to negotiate, wanting to have your wits with you, and it's just going to be hard. There's two sides to every story, so I feel like we don't know what to believe. There's two sides to the story, and it's like, what do we believe? And I feel like there is something about maybe on the world stage where it's like bringing them to the slaughter, like almost like there's a trap here that's coming up where something's too good to be true, but it's like, do we trust it? So I do feel like there's a sense of a trap, or even like a sense of being lured. I feel like for some people, there's a sense of trying to heal of some heartache that's coming up, of a deep betrayal, of something that's very deep, deep wounded that's coming up here. But I do feel like there's a lot of success to be had as well. I also feel like that there's still hope though, even though this is the full moon that has this very dark side. I do feel like there is still hope. There's still dreams to be had, like the hopes and your dreams are still going to be there, and it's still going to be there to work towards the end of the week. But I do feel like on the world stage, it's going to be bubbling up things up to the surface where you don't want to look at or you haven't been able to acknowledge, and it's going to be like a releasing factor that's going to come up with this full moon. Is there a sense of wanting things, wanting to feel fulfillment, wanting to feel excitement, but it's like you're wanting that, you're wearing your heart on your sleeve, but you're being like at the same time it's like being very careless. You're putting all your trust and hopes into someone or something that may be not worthy of that of you having that, of putting your heart out there. It's also about staying true to yourself. Um, if you can't make things happen or you can't make peace happen, let it slide to the end of the week. That's what I kind of feel like. You're not going to be able to please everybody. There's going to be things like ruffling feathers. It's going to be very problematic. And I just feel like it's like overly diplomatic and sort of very sort of soft energy, but it's like a soft but annoying energy that I feel like it's going to come up for this full moon that is coming up here on Monday. So let me just get a anything else. And I want to say it's something that's like this card to me is like the carrot that dangles from someone's head. It's like it's like the bike's like it's like the carrot dangling there. So it's like too good to be true. I'm trying to get to that carrot. I'm trying to capture it, but it just keeps on moving further and further away. So that might even look at your dreams. It might even feel like you just want to stay in bed and hide for this full moon. Could be a sense of unity and wanting to keep people together, but it's going to be hard. I just feel like it's hard keeping the peace because there's something that's not quite feeling not quite right with it. Okay, let me just see what else I can get, like a channel for this full moon that's coming up. Okay. This full moon in Gemini is going to be a particular full one, where it's going to be a blast of energy that's going to come out and pop out everybody. Everybody, no matter who you are, will be able to feel and sense this energy of new fulfillment, but also disbelief, and even a feeling of dread and disaster. For there are a lot of angles to this moon that is also shadowing the moon, making a deep shadow, and people willing to be second best and put themselves backwards instead of forwards. It is time to reassess things in your life. You're trying to be over flexible in the people that in your life who don't deserve it. It is time to put yourself first and to keep forging through. Take care, rest up, and be assured that for this year will end in a big bang, and you have never seen or witnessed this event that was going to happen before the end of the year. Know that in your hearts and your dreams that this will always happen, and things are going to happen that you are hopeful for. Don't give up, for the hope that you have will come, but it will come at a different time, just not now. We wish you good day and all the best, and please take care of yourself and your mind and remain positive for all that is happening in the world and that for all that happens in your own life. Okay, okay, let's see. Let's do some cards. Do some three cards here. Okay. Okay, let's have a look here. Anything else that's happening this week? I do like the Mars in Sag though. I feel like there's a bit of fun energy there. At least we got the less Scorpio energy that's coming up. Actually, we have no Scorpio energy now. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Three cards. One, card two, card three. Card number one, which is this card here. We're trying to clean up our mess or someone else's mess. We're trying to take things into action. You're really you don't want to hear it. You don't want to negotiate things. You don't want to hear someone's complaining in your ear. You don't want to hear it. You just want to move on, keep going, and just be focused on what you're trying to do and get it done. I feel like you feel like it's very chorus, like it's like really like a chore that you're doing, and you're really trying to feel fulfillment in your life. It's like you're sick, you kind of feel stuck. You're doing too much for too many people. You're not getting the recognition that you deserve. You do need an applause, or you do need some sort of like feedback that you're doing a good job, and that what you're doing is you're being cared for. People do appreciate you, is what I feel like with this card. It's like you're having a little bit of a setback, but you're trying to best move forward, and you're really I just feel like you're trying to clean up other people's messes with this card. Card number two, just this card here. With this card here, it's very like, I feel like it's quite positive. It's quite cosmic. It's inspirational. There's a sense of dreaming and wishes and fantasizing about possible futures and how your reality is going to look like in so many years' time, and what you're going to make into a reality. It's a sense of you believe in magic or fairies. There's a token of goodwill with this card. I do feel like a sense of like a party that's coming up, a celebration. It is time to let your hair down. There's a sense of release. You need to release something, you need to let something go. But also, you need to just, I feel like, celebrate with people around you. And I feel like it's a positive card. It is about you're reaching out to others, or reaching out your own conscious self is reaching new heights here. You're doing a lot of light work or light worker work. You're talking to a lot of guides that are of a higher power too, and you're really knowing your purpose in your own life and how you fit into other people's lives. And you know you're doing a good job with this card as well. Card number 3, which is this card here. Full moon. It's a card with a full moon. So there's a lot of emotion that's coming up here. It's like you're gazing into the moon and you're wondering what this moon is going to bring you. There is a sense of feeling fulfillment. There's a sense of being or an aura. You can be quite stubborn though. You're trying to be flexible. You can't meet everybody's needs, and so therefore you need to just realize that you're not going to please everybody. There is a sense of you need help and you need to be listened to. Your emotions are quite heightened with this card, but also it's like you're going back to your youth or going back to being a child. There's something childlike, well, as well with this card, that you're trying to recapture a youth. There is a sense of newness, a lot of reflection. You also might feel like people are ganging up on you. There's so many people ganging up on you, and you need just some alone time or some time where you can just be your own by yourself and be independent and just be by yourself as well with that card too. You're lonely, but you're not alone as well with this card. Okay. But you are doing a very good job. Okay. So thank you those who joined my live last night on Thursday night. I will be doing my next one in 2 weeks on the Wednesday, again at 7:30 my time here in Sydney. So just Google to find out what that is in your time zone around the world. I think some people last night they were saying it was 9:30. I think it was like in Belgium. So um, just Google the times um, because I am working. I do work 2 jobs, so it is kind of hard for me. And I used to do one more in a day, 1 week, but it's hard for me to do that alternately anymore because I have a lot that I do during the day. And that time is the sort of the best time for me to do the lives. Um, but I mean, sometimes I think you can put comments down before it starts. I think maybe you can. I'm not 100% sure. And if I'm drawn to it, I'll answer it. Um, and I'll keep doing them as long as I can as well. Those lives. I do have. I'm going to start promoting. I do have a platform event down in Mittagong in February. So I know I'm going. I was going to wait, but I'll start promoting it now, and I'll get the flyers, and I'll start getting publicizing that, as well as I'm going to be in Brisbane at the end of February as well. And then I've got the Sydney MBS again in March. So I'm already getting things booked up for next year, as well. I do have a fair in the Central Coast early January as well. And and then I'm just gearing up for what's coming up to be the end of the year. So I think that's it from me. So I hope you have a good week, and thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments. And I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.